Thank you for visiting the Combs Watercutty website and our Crack Trafficking Defense Lawyer in Missouri website page. Regardless of the crime, we believe everyone is entitled to the best possible legal defense in the state of Missouri. We have created this audio version of our website page to help you better understand our services and protect your future, freedom, and reputation. If you have been charged with crack trafficking in the state of Missouri, we can help. Don't face the state and court system alone during your crack trafficking charge. Contact one of our Missouri crack trafficking defense lawyers today at 314-900-HELP to protect your rights and future. Combs Watercutty is committed to handling all crack trafficking defense cases with confidential care and understanding. We are not here to judge you. We believe that everyone in Missouri, regardless of the crime they have been charged with, deserves an aggressive legal defense and to have their legal rights protected. With that being said, let's discuss hiring our crack trafficking defense lawyers in Missouri and setting up a free consultation with our attorneys. Crack trafficking defense lawyers in Missouri. If you or someone you know has been arrested and charged with crack trafficking in Missouri, it is crucial to contact a reputable crack trafficking lawyer right away. Combs Watercutty has the knowledge and experience necessary to defend you against crack trafficking charges and minimize the impact they have on your life. Crack trafficking lawyer in Missouri. Being charged with crack trafficking can mean facing the risk of prison time, steep fines, and a number of other serious penalties that could alter your life. At Combs Watercutty, our crack trafficking lawyers provide the assistance you need to defend your freedom, reputation, and ultimately, your future. Don't roll the dice by going at this alone. Call a Combs Watercutty crack trafficking lawyer today at 314-900-HELP or reach out online for a free, confidential consultation. Understanding crack trafficking charges in Missouri. In Missouri, it's illegal to manufacture, sell, possess, with the intent to sell or deliver controlled substances. Doing so could earn you the charge of first-degree drug trafficking or drug conspiracy. Crack cocaine, usually known simply as crack, is a Schedule II stimulant, and it is considered to be a controlled substance. If you're arrested and you have enough crack in your possession to warrant drug trafficking charges, you could be charged with a Class A felony or Class B felony. To earn a Class A felony, you would have to be in possession of between 2 to 6 grams of crack with the intent to sell or deliver it. For a Class B felony charge, you would have to have the intent to purchase 2 to 6 grams of crack. Overall, Missouri has very strict laws and penalties regarding crack. They tend to be harsher even than for cocaine drug charges. There are a few different types of crack trafficking charges you could face. These include possession with intent to distribute, distribution of controlled substances, conspiracy to traffic drugs, drug manufacturing and cultivation, trafficking across state or national borders, drug smuggling, maintaining drug trafficking premises, money laundering, racketeering influenced and corrupt organizations, RICO Act violation. You can also be charged with aggravated trafficking if there were factors such as violence, large crack quantities, or previous convictions that apply to your case. Crack trafficking penalties in Missouri. A crack trafficking conviction can mean a number of serious penalties. Prison time. Prison time. The most serious drug charge you could receive is that of first-degree trafficking. The quantity of crack cocaine in your possession will dictate whether it's a Class A or B felony. If you have in your possession between 8 and 24 grams of crack, you could be charged with a Class B felony, which could mean between 5 and 15 years in prison. Repeat offenders can face 10 to 30 years in prison. Anyone with 24 or more grams of crack may also face a Class A felony, with penalties of between 10 and 30 years of imprisonment. In the most severe cases, it's possible to receive a life sentence without parole. Second-degree drug trafficking is generally treated as a drug possession charge. Although they involve the same amounts of crack cocaine as a first-degree drug trafficking charge, these carry slightly less severe penalties because you're not seen as having an intent to sell or distribute. Having 8 to 24 grams of crack as part of a second-degree trafficking charge could mean a Class C felony, carrying between 3 and 10 years in prison. If the second-degree trafficking charge is for more than 24 grams of crack cocaine, you might face a Class B felony and between 5 and 15 years in prison. Fines. You might also have serious fines to pay if you're convicted of drug trafficking. A Class C felony would mean up to $10,000 in fines, while all other felonies tend to have much higher fines that will depend on the exact charges you face. Criminal record. Being convicted of crack trafficking means having a criminal record. This can have repercussions across your entire life. For example, it can be much more difficult to find work if you have a criminal record. Many employers won't hire people convicted of felonies, and some jobs will be completely unavailable, such as those involving banking. You may also be barred from some federal positions. If you have professional licenses, you could lose these too, which could end your career. Even if you have a chance to recover the licenses, it can take a long time and mean a lengthy appeals process. You might also have a much harder time finding a place to live. Landlords may hesitate to accept applications from people with criminal records, and you won't be allowed to live in federal housing. If you were planning on returning to school to get a higher degree, that might not be possible if you need a federal loan. You'll lose some civil rights too, including your right to bear arms. You can be banned from owning a firearm for life and face restrictions on the countries you can travel to. You'll also be unable to vote. If you're not a United States citizen, you could face immigration issues if you're convicted. That's especially true if your charges include any type of violence. Importantly, you'll also face the social stigma that comes with a criminal conviction. That stigma could put a strain on relationships and could make it very difficult to establish new acquaintances. How a Combs Watercutty, Missouri crack trafficking lawyer can help. Crack trafficking charges can ruin your life. Combs Watercutty fights hard to protect your freedom and build the strongest possible defense. Why you should hire a Combs Watercutty defense attorney for your crack trafficking charges in Missouri. Why you should hire Combs Watercutty. We dismantle the prosecution's case. We've won serious drug cases across Missouri. We fight aggressively to protect your freedom. We work to reduce or eliminate jail time. We know Missouri and federal drug laws inside and out. We negotiate for reduced charges or alternatives. We protect your rights every step of the way. We have a proven track record in high-stakes cases, relying on experienced crack trafficking lawyers in Missouri. Facing crack trafficking charges means being at risk of serious prison time and fines. To give yourself the best chance of achieving a positive outcome, you need an experienced criminal defense lawyer on your side. We've successfully handled more than 10,000 cases, yet we treat every client like the individual they are. We know that the most effective defenses are the ones that are carefully targeted to the exact circumstances involving each case. Reach out now for aggressive crack trafficking defense in Missouri. We're trial-ready at all times. Although we do everything possible to get evidence excluded and charges dropped so that cases are dismissed or settled, sometimes going to trial is inevitable. If that's the case, you need aggressive representation, and that's exactly what we offer. If you've been charged with crack trafficking, now is the time to act. Contact us or call 314-900-HELP to schedule a consultation with one of our criminal defense lawyers today.